Stunning new developments in the IRS targeting scandal and key emails the agency says have gone missing. Fox News learning the issue is bigger than the IRS initially admitted. House Republicans say the agency knew as far back as February that it did not have all the emails connected to Lois Lerner, the former official at the center of the scandal, and that the emails of 6 other prominent IRS officials are also missing. Meantime, House Republicans seeking a direct link between President Obama and the agency's targeting of conservative groups, releasing a report. Well, it points to Mr. Obama's speeches as a main influence on the media and then on the agency. The report says, quote, IRS employees read and acted upon the news reports, put simply, as the president's political rhetoric drove the national dialogue and shaped public opinion. The IRS received and responded to the political stimuli. This, as we're learning, IRS Commissioner John Koskinen will testify next week about Lois Lerner's missing emails. The agency claims they vanished because of a computer crash. One computer expert says that's highly unlikely.
In today's society, especially in such a large organization as the IRS, it's extremely unlikely for those data losses to actually occur. This is something that we have to pay an insane amount of attention to, because, you know, when you're actually going through a computer loss and when data is actually being lost, there should be an incident trail that actually shows what actually occurred and the steps taken in order to actually see if they could actually recover that data. So if that didn't occur, then there's some major problems that we have here.
Well, Senator Orrin Hatch of Utah saying he thinks the Obama administration would go so far as to purposely delete those emails. Sandra?
Okay, this was not just one IT expert that was saying that it's impossible for these emails to go missing. I mean, a Microsoft program manager has gone on the record by name saying that he doesn't know of any email administrator, let alone the IRS, that doesn't have 3 ways to back up emails. Okay, a 30-year veteran of IT said it would take a catastrophic event to actually delete these emails. And not to mention, in March of this year, the new IRS commissioner testified in front of Congress that all the emails of all IRS employees are stored on servers and always have access to those. Okay, so anybody who's involved with these missing emails needs to testify under oath before Congress so we can really find out what happened.
Yeah, go to the people, the source and the creators of those emails. I mean, this is just ridiculous. And how about criminal? But you can't expect the U.S. Department of Justice or anybody under Eric Holder to do anything about it. They're going to sit on this as far as they can, and now they're just flagrant. Now they're like, they're all gone. The dog ate my homework. The emails are missing. Kennedy?
Okay, a couple things here. One, I believe that the IRS could possibly be so incompetent that they could lose the mail. They possibly could, because it is a government agency.
And then there's that.
All right, number one. Number two, the NSA collects emails and metadata on every living human.
Exactly.
No matter where they are, if they work for the government or not. So put the NSA on the trail.
Right.
Literally make that part of the Snowden plea bargain. He can come back if he can get Lois Lerner's email. That's totally fine. That can be part of the package.
That'll be the cheese to get him back.
The thing is, and to piggyback off of what Sandra was saying, I talked with an IT expert this morning who told me that if the emails were sent, they exist in several different places, least of all the server that the computer is. So even if they didn't back up the stuff,
as well.
Right, even if they didn't try to back it up, they can't erase it, which is really interesting. But you know what? Let's consider that this is an IT issue. And we've already seen this administration roll out a website for healthcare. So should we be that shocked that an IT issue could go this far south?
No, we shouldn't be that shocked.
No, we should be shocked. This is criminal. They have the emails. They're lying. This is ridiculous.
Some people might argue that having a website serves millions across the country for healthcare.
Deleted files.
You could easily retrieve.
Might be criminal as well.
No, their story fell apart from minute one. They said Lois Lerner's emails are no longer here because they were on her personal computer and not on servers, right? Now we're hearing that the same thing has happened to 6 people. So did it happen to 6 individual computers, or did it happen to the server? So their story doesn't make sense on 5 different levels. How could it be Lois Lerner's computer and the server now that we have 6 more people? It literally cannot.
No, it doesn't. It cannot be and not be. Yes, it's the principle of non-contradiction, Pete. I'm so glad you pointed that out.
I have no idea what you just said.
I know 2 guys in Venice, and she can totally take her laptop there, and they can get those emails.
Yeah, but anybody who sent the emails to it would be on their server. Now, there's a chance that the emails only went to these other 6 people, I suppose, in which case you've covered all the bases.
I thought there was just low-level people in Cincinnati doing all this. Why would Lois have anything to hide?
Yeah, right.
Kimberly, I want to run this past you, because the reason why the IRS actually stores their emails on these servers is because it provides backup and recovery of records to protect against information loss or corruption. Because it's very well known that spoliation of evidence would be the result of not holding on to any backup of these emails. So does it really matter that these are lost? Shouldn't there just be some sort of legal action that takes place anyway, Kimberly?
Well, listen,
can you really claim the dog ate the emails? Is what I'm asking.
They can't really do that because that dog would have to eat the emails, eat the server. I mean, the whole thing. Even if you went and poured acid on Lois Lerner's computer and lit it on fire, you're still going to be able to recover those emails. So fine, we're going to go along with this little joke, this tirade right now, and then what we're going to do is continue forward on a criminal investigation, and they're going to have to do the best they can to put a case forward regardless. This should not count in their favor. You don't get to destroy the murder weapon. So
the problem is the criminal investigation is done by who? Is some of the Justice
So you have to wait till 2016.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Who believes we're going to get to the bottom of it?
Investigating itself.
Yeah, and they're recycling. They recycled the backup. You talked about the reels, the backup tapes. Yeah. Why are we recycling backup tapes from 2011?
Why are we using backup tapes?
Well, that's a good question.
It's a digital age.
That's a very good question.
Heard of the cloud?
It's because it's the IRS.
You know what I think is interesting, too? I wonder how embarrassing this is for Dems. Because when you look at what Democrats are dealing with right now, the Finance Committee Chairman Ron Wyden out of Oregon is actually the person pressing.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We better make sure that there's nothing more to this. And we actually would like to see the paper trail on what's there. So if you have a leading Democrat on the Finance Committee actually pressing for information, that's an indication that politically this is toxic for Democrats.
Okay, by the way, the Republicans can do better than saying the president was throwing out secret bat signals and the IRS just somehow knew to start targeting people he doesn't like because he was upset with the Citizens United decision. That's not good enough. There's plenty there. Come up with something else. And by the way, it is a bipartisan issue, transparency. And
Notice they don't lose anybody's information when they're auditing you and charging you excessive penalties while your case is pending. All right, personal knowledge.